I think one of the most important parts of the work is really making the distinction between thoughts and body sensations. And I thought there's a great story in your book about a client that we'll call Gloria, high-powered attorney who showed up because she kept feeling like a failure.
She was feeling like a failure. She was saying she had imposter syndrome. And for example, when she was saying, I feel like a failure, I was like, well, what do you feel? And she was like, I feel like a failure. I just told you what I feel. And I was like,
sounds like me.
Right. I was like, but your body doesn't know failure. Your body can't interpret failure. So I said, what do you actually feel? And she was like, I feel anxiety. I feel frustration. And I was like, great, that's a great word, but what do you actually feel? And she was like getting more and more annoyed with me. And then I had her like tune into the actual frequency that she was feeling and just had her stay with that. And she was like, I don't like this. And I was like, yep. And over time, as she started to just allow herself to feel like maybe it was like a slow churning in her belly, and by starting to let herself feel more, first of all, she started gaining so much more energy because it takes so much energy to manage and hide, if she was feeling fear, to hide it and lock it in. And was, it's like putting a racehorse in a small, stable. And over time she started to, and I said, try allowing yourself to feel those vibrations when you're doing cases. And she was like, that was so against everything that she had decided, to be.
And been trained to do.
And trained to do. And the interesting thing is that she started winning cases, and she said, the weirdest thing is happening when I'm doing my closing arguments to the jury. They used to check out. They used to be like almost falling asleep. And now when I allow myself to feel these vibrations, they're really listening to me.